Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. God knows how long it's been. I think it's been over it's definitely been over 5 months. So how are we doing? How are you guys doing? Okay, so it has been so long. I actually intended to have a video up. I don't know if you guys follow, you know how we have the community tab here, where the videos are uploaded, whatever, and if we post text or something, you guys can see it on the subscription page. So I did mean to have a video up. I think it was in February or March, but I have a good reason. It's because my lens, this lens you guys are watching on now, since I had not picked up my camera in so long, it was so dirty. So I had filmed this whole get ready with me / life update. And then I also had, it was gonna be like a vlog. And when I went to go edit in Final Cut, it just looks like there was a hazy filter over it. And I did not like how it looked. So everything that I talked about in that video, I'm gonna be talking about in this video anyway. And I feel like this is obviously a lot more recent. So I'm getting married very, very soon. And I wanted to do kind of a little update / vlog series, just going through the process. And I also thought it would be fun to, chat with you guys, because I definitely want to get back into the swing of vlogging. I'm not gonna lie, it has been nice not vlogging. I do really enjoy, YouTube and editing and all that stuff, but I think when it came to vlogging, it was kind of hard to remember to pick up my camera in the moment. And yeah, it just has been nice not having to think about filming everything. Does that make sense? But I definitely do really miss you guys, and I just miss, chatting, because I feel like YouTube was one of my first loves, first hobbies, and I really do miss you guys. So how are you guys doing? It is almost summer. I feel so yeah, I'm getting married. That's the biggest thing. And we actually decided to get eloped. So we're not going to be having a traditional ceremony or a reception. We're just going to be celebrating with family and friends, individually. It was interesting because I thought that I always wanted to have a wedding, but when it actually came down to me getting engaged and me getting closer to the thought of, oh my God, I'm actually going to be a bride, the thought of walking down the aisle that really scares me. That gives me so much anxiety trying to plan everything. And I don't remember if it was before we got engaged or after, because I knew after we went ring shopping. I'll have a video up about the ring shopping and the engagement story or proposal story. I'll have that linked somewhere up in the cards. But I don't remember if it was before or after. I had kind of put out the idea. I was like, what if we just get eloped? What if we just get eloped and then we can have a marriage ceremony, a traditional one, a year or two later, so we're not stressing about it, because when I think about it, when you get engaged, the whole point is to get married, right? You want to be together, because the way I look at it, and I feel a lot of people now, wedding planning, I feel the wedding is more for your guests, at least in my opinion. And I have been to so many weddings where people attend the wedding and they talk shit about the wedding that they're at, which is crazy to me. And it's these couples put so much time, most importantly money and energy, into planning this, and you're going to be talking shit about their wedding at their wedding. And I feel most weddings are just, they're for your guests. Obviously, that's not everyone, right? You want to celebrate with your family and your friends, obviously. But I feel a lot of times weddings are just to kind of appease people. So I was why don't we just, the whole point for us is we want to be married. So I was why don't we just get eloped, and then we can have a marriage ceremony later down the line. That was our original plan. And then we were just why don't we just get eloped instead of stressing about planning something else? We can just get eloped. We can celebrate with our family, something small and intimate, and we can celebrate with friends. Because my biggest thing was, once I decided that I didn't want to have a big wedding, I was like, okay, I want to have something very intimate. I wanted to skip walking down the aisle. So I was like, I want to have a party, but very intimate. I didn't want it to be any more than 30 people. But by the time we were putting like friends and family's names down, just like family alone was like 70, 80 people. And I was like, this is not the intimate wedding that I wanted. So we finally decided just to get eloped and do, you know, small dinners with people, which I think is much more our style. And I feel like a lot of people are deciding to get eloped these days. So our plan is to, you know, get eloped. We're gonna have like a whole kind of like wedding weekend, get eloped, and then we'll just do, you know, a nice honeymoon. So that's what we've been planning for the past few months. I did actually buy a dress, and I had to buy a dress for like a tea ceremony and stuff. So I'm gonna show you guys that stuff. I am wearing a white dress for our like city hall wedding because, you know, when you get eloped, you can have a ceremony at city hall, so like they marry you. And I knew that I wanted to wear like some kind of wedding dress. It's obviously not like a wedding gown, but I wanted it to look, I am so bad at explaining myself now because I have not been talking on camera, but I wanted it to look like a wedding dress, but not super wedding dressy. When I show you guys the dress, you know what I mean. Like, it's wedding enough. Like, you know she's going to the courthouse to get married. This is the wrong shade. And then I needed to find a tea ceremony dress. So that is what took me the longest to find. So I pretty much knew what I wanted to wear for the actual ceremony because of TikTok. I was looking for dresses. I had a dress in mind, but the way it was styled on the model, it didn't really look nice until this girl came up on my For You page, and the way she had this dress tailored, it fits so beautifully to her body, and I was like, this is the dress that I want. It's so pretty. It looks, you know, wedding-y enough without being too over the top for City Hall, which obviously you could wear whatever you want for that day. But when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is amazing. So I ordered that. We were actually going to the tailor today. I was a little bit confused on the sizing. I ordered a size small. I feel like I would have been fine with an extra small. Like, it would have fit everywhere except for my bust because my bust is larger. So that's why I went with the small. So today I'm gonna ask the tailor to like take in the sleeves, the waist, and I also have to hem it. That's the biggest thing. The dress is way too long. So I did end up buying shoes. So I ended up going with the Jimmy Choo Bing shoes. I'll throw up a photo. I had put up a poll on my Instagram a little while ago because I was going back and forth between the Bing and I don't know the name of the other Jimmy Choo shoes, but basically it's like a crystal strap that goes around your ankle. So I was debating between those two. And initially I was going to go with white, but I was like, if I'm buying a designer shoe, I want to be able to wear the shoe over again. A lot of the items that I bought, I wanted to make sure that I could rewear. So I ended up buying them, I think it's in ballet pink or something. Very pretty. I think it's so cute, and I'll definitely be able to wear this shoe, you know, over and over again. So I picked that out. And then my biggest dilemma was finding a dress for the tea ceremony. So finding a red dress, like a tasteful red dress, is a lot harder than I thought. There was one dress that I had in mind. I'll put up a photo. That was the original dress that I was thinking about, but I knew that I wanted to be able to rewear the stuff that I bought. You know, like if I'm spending money on it, I want to be able to rewear it. So this dress that I had in mind, I think it was like $250. And then, oh my God, I had this whole thing where it took me a while to order my ceremony dress and my tea ceremony dress because of the tariffs. So the ceremony dress, like the City Hall dress, I think I only paid like $120 for it. But if I would have paid for it with the tariffs, it would have been like close to $200 with the shipping. And I was like, that's such a big jump. So I was waiting for, you know, finally the tariffs were lifted. So I was waiting for that. So I got that. And then with my tea ceremony dress, there were tariffs as well because it was shipping from, both of the items shipped, I think, from the UK, or I think the tea ceremony dress was coming from Australia, I'm not sure. So that dress, after the tariffs and after tax, would have been like close to $300. And I'm like, I would have been fine with it if it was a dress that I could see myself re-wearing, but this dress was a little bit more formal, where I don't feel like I could have worn this again to like a regular dinner. It would have had to have been like a wedding or some kind of like special event because it was a cocktail dress, you know? So I ended up finding a Zimmermann dress. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen like these silk wrap dresses. I actually wanted to buy one of these dresses before we went to Korea, but I couldn't find any. So I found this beautiful long Zimmermann dress. It's a long sleeve, very pretty. I tried it on and I absolutely love it. And this is a dress that I could re-wear again. It was 100% silk and it's like the perfect shade of red. It's like not too like red like this. It's more like a wine red. I don't even think it's a burgundy. It's like a deep wine red and it's so pretty. So I felt like my plan was to like re-wear that like on our 1-year wedding anniversary or something. So pretty, very tasteful, and I absolutely love that. So I was perfectly fine spending the money on that because I knew that was a dress that I could re-wear. And I think for the tea ceremony, I'm just going to re-wear the same like Bing shoes. I was thinking maybe should I get like a pair of black shoes or something, but I think the shoes that I have is perfectly fine. I also purchased a veil. I just need to reapply my blush. I have been using this Giorgio Armani Silk Blush. I absolutely love this. I think I'm gonna do like a whole sit down video on what I want to do for my makeup for that day. I was thinking, should I do a get ready with me to get married video? But I feel like that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a time crunch. So I'll probably do like a little like trial here because I'm debating if I want to do like sparkly eyeshadow or matte eyeshadow. But yeah, I ordered a veil from Etsy, and the veil that I got had lace and like these little mini pearls. I also ordered a blusher veil. So I didn't realize that there were so many different veil styles. I knew I wanted some kind of lace in it, but I didn't want it to look too much like a Catholic veil. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, it's like that long cathedral veil. I didn't want it to look too much like that because I feel like it wouldn't go with my dress. And the blusher veil I thought was pretty because the blusher veil, you can like, there's one part where you could put over your face, but you also still have the veil in the back. So I thought that would have been pretty for photos. So I ordered that. It has lace and it has like tiny little pearls from it. I ordered this veil from Etsy. The only thing I'm annoyed about with this veil was I wanted the veil to be handmade, but I feel like the veil was drop shipped. Like basically they set up shop on Etsy and then they drop ship the items from like different countries because the veil was supposed to be coming from Texas, but it ended up coming from New York. And I was like, did they drop ship this veil? I was kind of annoyed because I spent like $90 on this veil and I was like, oh, a nice handmade veil from Etsy shop, but I could have just ordered the veil from AliExpress for much cheaper, you know? I'm hoping that it's not drop ship, but I feel like it was. So yeah, I ordered the veil and then I got the little mini pearls on it because I ordered this I ordered this dupe bag. There's this bag that I really want from Simone Roja. I'll throw up a photo. It's like this pearl egg bag and I really like this, but I feel like it is so small and it is so impractical where I cannot justify spending the $600-700 that it's priced at. So you best believe I found this bag on Amazon and I got a little dupe of her. So I have that, and I had bought these like pearl straps from Korea. So it's like a thick, chunky pearl strap, which I actually put on the purse, and I think it makes the purse look a little bit prettier because and so does the original, but the dupe comes with like this faux leather strap and it looks really cheap. So I popped that off and put on the strap that I got from Korea, and I feel like it looks much better. That was my plan for my wedding purse because I was thinking about it. I'm like, do people wear purses because I obviously have to bring stuff. I have to bring stuff to like touch up with. I need to bring my ID, and I'm like, I don't have any purses that go with a wedding dress, you know? I have one white bag that I got from Korea, but that bag is too big. Maybe I'll bring it. I don't really know, but I was like, I need a cute like little wedding bag, and this one is really cute. It's tiny. So I bought that. And that is pretty much everything. I have everything for the wedding. The only thing I need, which is the most important thing, is my wedding fragrance. So I am going to be doing a whole video on that. We also got our wedding bands. I will show you guys those too. I just picked something that was very like timeless, and yeah, something that would look nice even when I'm not wearing my engagement ring. I also picked up my fiance's wedding band. I do plan on getting him another one because he likes to wear gold and silver, but I decided to go with a platinum band first for him because he wears silver more often. This platinum one will, you know, last him like basically forever. And when I got the ring, I had him try it on because I wanted to make sure, like, you know, everything looked good. It was so weird seeing a wedding band on his finger. Like, we've been together I think for 5 years now. It'll be 6 years this summer. But it was so strange seeing him with the wedding band. I was like, take it off, like it's freaking me out, take it off. And then I put on my wedding bands, and I put our fingers together, and it's just like so weird to think about. I've always wanted to get married, but the fact that it's actually happening is really crazy to me. It's kind of hard to process sometimes, but I'm really excited. And you know, I think it'll be fun. Like, I think it'll be fun to be married. But yeah, I'm excited for everything. And I feel like there's a lot less stress when it comes to just getting eloped, because the thought of wedding planning, like, bro, that was really stressing us out. So I'm glad that we both could come to an agreement, and we were like, yeah, this is the best decision for us. And I was also waiting. I shouldn't have waited so long to get my dress tailored, but I was waiting because I wanted to lose a little bit more weight. So I actually hit my final weight loss goal of 115, guys. I hit that at the end of April. So I was waiting until I hit that because, you know, I obviously want I want to look snatched, okay? I want to look snatched in my dress. And I wanted to lose a little bit weight because I know I'm going to be eating a lot that weekend and, you know, having a couple drinks. So I wanted to give myself room to kind of like, you know, bloat or whatever. I don't want to restrict myself that weekend. I did buy some shapewear from Skims as well. I have a few pieces from Skims, which I really like. That's also another thing I had to get. I have to get a strapless bra because my dress is kind of like over the shoulder. So I need to get a strapless bra, but I did get a kind of like an underwear shapewear so that I could just wear and I could feel like when I'm eating and stuff, I won't feel too bloated. The Zimmerman dress that I got that in a size 1. The Zimmerman sizing is a little bit odd. So I guess 1 is a size 4 to 6, and then 0 is a size like 2 to 4 or like 0 to 2 or something. The dress that I got from Zimmerman is a little too big, but it's a wrap dress. So honestly, I could just make it tighter. So I don't think I'm going to get that tailored. I might bring it with me, but yeah, that dress should be fine. And that dress, I will have like room if I'm like eating, I'll have room to, you know, bloat in. I think like, I don't want to make this video too much about weight loss, but I think after I get, you know, married and stuff, my goal now was going to be putting on muscle, because I feel like the older women get, the harder it is to put on muscle. So I don't just want to be skinny, I want to be strong too. So I think after, you know, this whole wedding weekend, I do want to focus on putting on muscle. I think as long as I'm under 120, I feel comfortable in my clothing and I feel like I can move around. So I feel like I'm being like over ambitious, but I feel like I want to put on 5 pounds of muscle, so that way I'll be 120, but I'll be like more muscle, so that I'll just feel stronger and I can kind of like shape my body a little bit more, because I feel like since I lost weight, my butt, it's not like low, but I feel like it isn't as like big as it was before, obviously. So I think I want to work on my butt. I definitely want to work on my arms more. That is my fitness goals after everything is done. So this is the final look. I'm still debating like if I want to do eyeshadow and stuff, and I feel like my face is a little white, but it's okay. So for the lips, I did this Charlotte Tilbury lip cheat. I actually ended up picking up a new color. This is in Pillow Talk Medium, and then I need to find what I want to wear on my lips that day. I'm kind of want to wear something that's matte, like a lipstick, but I just did this Dior gloss, and then I'm just wearing the earrings that I'm actually going to be wearing for that day. I got these on Fashion File. These are just like a Chanel pearl drop earrings. That's another reason why I got the pearls on the veil, because I wanted like these little details to match. So that's that, and I still need to figure out what to do with my hair. My initial thing is maybe like doing it behind the ears, and then like obviously it's not gonna look like this, but I'll put up a photo of what I'm thinking, like behind the ears, and then it comes like this. Or maybe I'll do kind of like a blowout look where I'll like curl the bottoms, like, you know, in really tight, and just like curl like the bottom of my hair so that it looks like a fresh blowout, because I don't think I want to do curls. I feel like my hair isn't long enough for the like curls to look nice right now. So yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna go pick out an outfit, something easy to take off and on, and I will show you guys.
어젯밤에 어디 있었어 내 생각하곤 있어 너 어린아이 같아 난 아직까지 마음이 넌 아파 I'm feeling lonely Something about you make me feel insecure baby Something about you girl Stay here right by my side Feel like I am falling deeper 여기서 alone Feel like falling deeper, deeper Cause I love everyone, oh Love you right, baby Love everyone, oh Come on and tell me now Love everyone
Good morning, guys. It is Monday, May 5th. I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I'm actually going to a new gym today. I'm going to Equinox. I'm so excited. I have like a temporary membership with them, so I'm going there. The first time I had ever been to this location, I actually went with my friend. I guess that Equinox like gives their members guest passes every so often, or like every time their membership renews. So she took me with her. I think it was like a year ago, and that was probably the nicest gym I've ever been to. It was so nice, and I really liked this location. There are a ton of Equinox locations in the city, but a lot of them are run down from what I have heard and what I've seen. So this one I think was recently built within the last like 2 to 3 years, so it looks very modern. I know that the one in Hudson Yards, and I think it's in FIDA, I don't know. One of them has a pool. I have been to the one in Hudson Yards with the hotel. I actually went there for an event, and that Equinox is really nice. I've also been to the Equinox on 91st, I think it was. I actually went there with one of my friends. We took a cycling class. I think one of her friends was a trainer or cycling instructor there, so I was able to go with her, and that Equinox was really nice. But this is my first time going alone, so a little scared. I feel like Equinox is a little bit more bougie than some other gyms, and that makes me a little bit nervous. So So I did not do a check-in with you guys. It was a little bit hard to do a check-in at the tailor. The tailor's place was very small and it was kind of like awkward to film because she was, you know, asking me how everything fits. I think my fiance took a photo of me. If he has that photo, I will pop a picture in. I wish I would have shown you guys what the dress looked like on before I got it tailored, because like I was telling you, the issues that I had with it, it was the biggest thing was the length. It was way too long, and then also the waist was too big, and then the sleeves were too baggy. So I got everything tailored. I think it's going to be ready within the next week or two. The only thing that I'm not upset about it, but the only thing that I wish I could have fixed for it, which I really can't, is the waist. So since my bust is larger, I can't make the waist as tight because I have to put the dress over my head. So say if the waist is like really tight, it's not gonna go over my boobs. So I had to leave the waist a little bit bigger so that I was able to go over my head. And it was also, the dress also has like a side zipper. So obviously if the zipper was in the back, I would have been able to take in my waist a lot more. So my plan is she's gonna take it in as much as possible with me still being able to get it over my head and over my bust. For the actual day, I'm going to get one of those temporary stitching things from Amazon. So I'll just stitch the waist to make it look smaller. And the dress has kind of like ruching on the side, so it shouldn't look like weird. And also I couldn't get the sleeves as tight as I wanted to because the dress has buttons all the way at the bottom. So she was saying like, if we tighten it here, right, she's gonna have to tighten it right where the buttons are, and she's gonna have to remove all the buttons. So what we did was she cropped it, and then she's gonna remove the sleeve and just kind of take it in a little bit. So yeah, part of me wishes I should have gotten a smaller size, like the extra small, but she was saying still like I probably would have needed to take the waist in, and it would have been much harder because obviously trying to get that over my bust. And then I was thinking, oh, maybe I should have gotten a medium so that way she could have like really taken it in. Part of me wants to buy a new dress, but at this point, it's really not that serious. Like, I really just only need the dress for that day and for the photos. And with tailoring and everything, I think altogether my dress came to about like $400 or something like that, which I feel like isn't too bad for a wedding dress, including alterations. So that was our Saturday. And then Sunday I went to Sephora. I wanted to pick up some new makeup items because I want to start doing like a trial for my makeup, because I'm gonna be doing my own makeup. I have been on the hunt for this Giorgio Armani foundation. Apparently this is what a lot of K-pop idols use on stage because it's supposed to be very like blurring and matte. This is the Power Fabric version. You guys know I love the regular luminous silk, and I think that they are actually discontinuing this foundation. So I went to the Sephora in Soho and they actually had a few. I picked up the shade 8. I normally wear the shade 7.8, so I swatched this in the store. I wouldn't say it's too dark, but I feel like by the end of May, I'll start to get a little bit more color, and I can always lighten this with concealer, so I'm gonna try this out. I also picked up a mini One Size Till Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray. I love the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I wanted to see if this one was better because I've seen a lot of people rave about this, and I think they're coming out with a glowy one, so I might try that also. I picked up another mini Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. I have the shade 3, but I've been using the shade 2 more often, so I'm gonna stick this one in my bag. I also have been getting these Biso, why did I say Biso so hard like that? Biso Balm lipsticks on my For You page. This is supposed to look like a Just Kissed or Just Bitten lip. I really love how this looks because I'm thinking I don't want to have glossy lips for like my actual like, you know, civil ceremony. I don't know, this is such like a weird thing. I don't know if I want to have glossy lips, like probably for the party, but not for the actual day. And I picked this up and it looks really pretty. It looks like kind of like a stain, and also this is supposed to be transfer proof. Pick this Edam lip softening balm. Honestly, I only bought this because apparently it's sold out everywhere and I was able to find one. I picked up the shade Guava Fresca. So I've been obsessed with lip balms recently and I've just been adding a bunch. So that's all the stuff that I got. Oh, I actually also got this. I have been so excited for this to come out. This is the Amika X Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar. They have a fragrance, Miami Nectar, it's called Miami Nectar from Ellis Brooklyn. This is like the perfect summer scent. It's like a juicy pineapple. It is so good. And when I saw that they were coming out with a dry shampoo, you guys know I love hair perfume. This was like right up my alley because I'm gonna be working out a lot more and I do like dry shampoo, so the fact that this is scented, so excited for this. So that is everything that I got from Sephora. Okay, I'm done getting ready. Whole outfit is from Amazon. I'm gonna use this Valentino perfume that I just got in PR. I love this. This line is so good. And then this is the Le Chouchou thing. And a damn mosquito bit my face yesterday. So I'm gonna head to the gym and I will see you guys there.
Right, baby. Love everyone. Tell me what's going on now. Man, I've been switching lanes all the time 오는 애 AKA I'm just on an edge hanging man 좀 당연해 너가 느꼈을 그 맘이 난 처음이야 이런 모든 감정들이 Up and down, yeah